September the 26th, 2021. Guys, you're looking at very impressive satellite images over Hurricane Sam. It is now a Cat 4 and at 145 miles an hour. The good news is the models that we have been watching are now keeping the storm off the U.S. coast, and possibly a miss for Bermuda. That would be really good, because even though the storm will be down to a Cat 3 at around 125 miles an hour by the end of the week, this thing, that's still powerful. And so Bermuda's a small area, and if the Canadian model holds up, it's going to just go to the right or to the east of Bermuda. It may have some impact north of there up around St. John's. But guys, this is an impressive eye wall. We're, what are we now, 14 days or so past the peak of hurricane season, 16 days, excuse me. But that doesn't mean we're through with it, obviously, because it goes for all the way through October and all the way through November. Right now, we're still in some of the hottest parts of the year. Now, the storm is about to turn more to the north. It's at northwest right now. We'll look at the tracking on it. But again, good news there. This afternoon, I'm going to do an update on La Palma. The cinder cone that you've seen that's been being built over the last week, they're the large one. Yesterday, a side flank erupted on it. That caused some weakness, and what happened was the entire downhill side of that cone collapsed, and it was like a reservoir dam breaking, and you had a tremendous amount of or a tremendous increase in lava flow. I'm going to update it as I get the updates, but also the airport there is now closed because of ash. It's covered the airport. You can't get that into your jet engines, and not a good thing at all, not even for your car engines. But the airport's closed. They still probably have a ferry going between the islands. Here's the current information and forecast track. 145 mile per hour winds. And notice how slow it's moving. 8 miles an hour, 943 millibars of pressure. It's going to remain a Cat 4 until sometimes over Wednesday night. This is Sunday. Then as it gets a little further north into cooler waters, a Cat 3, and then you can see the last track here, Friday at 8 p.m., 8 a.m., 125 mile per hour storm, Category 3. The forecast tracks out past this are getting tighter. And again, the CMC model that showed an impact up around New York or Boston, which is what we're looking at now, is moving just to the right of Bermuda and skirting the edge of St. John's, secondary storm behind here. But there's Bermuda. I'll put my finger right there. That's the island, and watch to the right just a little bit. The storm's missing, and that's a blessing, because there's a lot of crops there that the folks depend on. You got secondary storms. We'll watch those that comes in. But this model, as well as the other ones, now indicate there is not an impact on the continental U.S. The other night, I did the update with this model, the CMC Canadian model, and it showed that impact point. So now that has changed. You got more pressure coming off the U.S. Notice how it's pushing it back offshore, as well as an opening in the high pressure over the Atlantic Ocean. But that's what we got now. That's a blessing. This is a powerful storm. Hurricane season's not over. There's more predicted to come behind it. But we'll be watching that, and watch for an update on the island of La Palma. It's a heads up, guys. Be safe.